Hi YouTube, my parents recently got a load of toys down from our attic from when I was a kid, and in there were two figures. I only had two figures from this range. These are the Power Lords. So I had this guy, Adam Power, and I had another one called Drench, which I'll show you in a minute. So if we look at this guy, you can see he's orange on one side, he's got his little gun, but you can turn him around, and then on the other side he's blue and he's got another kind of face. So what I've done is I've bought two of these so that I can display them both ways round. I didn't bother buying a gun for the second figure just because the guns actually are more expensive than the actual figures. Okay, so this is the guy that's called Drench. It's Drench with two R's, and this is the other one that I had when I was a kid. He's a really cool figure. I didn't actually know at the time that they were to do with each other. I thought they were from completely different toy lines because he looks so different. But you can see he's got three legs, which is great because it makes him really stable, like a little tripod. Then you've got this little flap on the back here, and I've had to buy this bit separately, but you see in there's a little kind of thin plastic thing that you could fill with water, and then you can actually push on the back and it will squirt the water at people, which is quite a cool feature and obviously why he's called Drench. So I really like this figure. It's probably my favourite of all of them just because he's so weird looking and because I actually owned him when I was a kid. You can see he's also got this little gold kind of crossbow that clips onto his arm. Again, that's another really hard part to find, so I had to source that separately. I'd lost the one from when I was a kid. This next figure is called Psydot, and he's again a really unusual looking character. I've never been that keen on blue and orange together as a colour combination, but actually with this guy I don't mind so much just because he is so unusual looking. So he's got this cool jaw that opens and closes. The hard bits to find with this are these little pair of binoculars that clips to the front, and also this orange gun, which again just like slots in the front there. The kind of shield bits clip onto the top, so it can be quite hard to find these without the clips broken. So that's quite nice. You can see on the back of the head you've got a little lever that goes up and down, and what that does is it just wiggles his tongue up and down. So another nice little feature. The next figure is called Disguisor, and he is again another really cool character with lots of features that you would love to play with when you're a kid. So if we have a look, you can see his head in there. Also, I'll show you the weapon actually first. Look, if you look, this is quite a mean looking weapon, lots of claws on it. Again, that is a really hard part to source, so you're better off trying to find him with that. If you look at this feature, you can see he had a face with an eyeball on it, and then I just pulled that lever down on his head. You get this face. Do it again. You get this one with the little teeth, and then you can do it again, and you've got this last face. So four different faces, which is why he's called Disguisor. I think I prefer the one with the eyeball there, so I leave it on that, but it's up to you. And then look, if you push from the top here, you can make his waist disappear, so he shrinks down. Also, the green sections on his legs here, if I push him down, he shrinks down those as well. So you can decide if you want to have a short figure or a tall figure. The next guy is called Raygoff, and again it's got the blue and orange colour scheme, which I'm not that keen on, but I like again the overall shape of the figure. You've got this kind of hologram effect sticker on the front of him, which every kid loves. I remember those back in the day. And you can see he's got these kind of grippy claws, and then he's got this gun. The gun is just a really nice kind of shiny chrome, so quite hard to find it with all the chrome still on. It's normally all kind of worn down. This is a bit fiddly, but you can get the claws to kind of close around that bit on the gun, and he holds it just about, but it's not a very strong hold. The next figure is called Back Attack, and this is the one that I still have got a few bits that I need to buy for. You can see he's got an arm missing here, so the arm that goes on is the same colour as his feet and his head, that kind of turquoise colour, and that will make him look much better if I get that bit. Also he has a little gun, which is really hard to find, and there's a bit that clips into his back here, which has got all spikes on it, which is why it's called Back Attack. The next figure is called Griptog, and again he's a really unusual shape. This is what I love about this Power Lord's range, is just that they're all so kind of unique looking. So here he is, really cool looking guy. He's got a strap down the front here, and if I turn him around you can see the strap goes around and clicks in at the back. So that's a hard bit to source as well. If you buy one without that, then it's quite expensive to buy it separately on its own. He's got this really cool weapon with this kind of like ball on the end and then a red ball on the other end. So his arms, really unusual, they like open up like kind of like a pair of scissors, and you've got this kind of wide looking arm then, so you could display them in quite unusual positions, but I normally just have them hanging down by the side. Next we have this guy called Talk. He is again one of my favourites, I would say. He's just so unusual looking, with this kind of head in the middle. It's got a sort of a beak type effect, and the head spins around. Really weird, really unusual. So look, it spins around like this, and then on the other side you've got another head, this kind of purple head with red eyes. Again, sort of quite beaky, and then it's got this kind of hammer sort of thing on the top. Looks like quite a dangerous weapon, and it kind of spins around. There's a sort of a spring mechanism in there which makes it spring around. It's a bit temperamental on mine, but yeah, I don't mind that because he displays really well. Okay, then we've got this guy Arcus. You can see he's got one of his horns missing on my one, so I'll either try and source another sort of broken one where I can take the bit of horn off and replace it on him, or I'll just have to source one with both horns. We shall see. So he's got these cool claws that close in both directions, the big claws and the small claws, and then on the back he's got this little lever, and when you push it in it just makes his wings flap a little bit. So again, really unusual looking sort of alien like creature, and they're always my kind of favourites, ones that look particularly odd. Okay, and finally we have the figure called Queen Shaya. She is a little bit like Adam Power in a way, in the fact that you can display her one way round or you can display her the other way round. So we'll look at this side first. You can see she has this kind of like bra type thing and a little hat and this cool cape. She does come with a sort of a whip as well, but I haven't got that yet. I'll have to source that separately. She's got a little belt that goes around the waist as well. So what I'll do is I'll take this cape off, take her hat off, so you can have a look at the other side of her. So a bit like Adam Power, on the other side she's quite unusual looking, this kind of orange and blue colour scheme again, but yeah, really kind of alien looking on this side. So what I'll probably do is source another Queen Shaya at some point, maybe without all the weapons and things, just so I can display her orange side separately. You can see the feet there split in half, so you've got a foot that's orange on one side, a foot that's blue on the other side. Again, I don't mind that, it's really cool because it makes her way more stable. A lot of the problem with a lot of these figures is that they just keep falling over all the time in display cabinets and things, so anything that makes them more stable is fine by me. Anyway, those were the Power Lords. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos of other 80s toys and other toy collections that I've built up over the years. Hit subscribe to see anything that I post in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.